think as far as my training goes, a few things that I regret are not taking like my diet seriously enough. Like I didn't eat a lot of junk food, I never did that. But the one thing I did wrong throughout much of my jiu-jitsu career is that I didn't eat after I trained. So I trained in Sao Paulo or a different state. I had to travel every day, and it'd be like a 2-hour drive back home. And so it would be like 2.5 to 3 hours between by the time I was done training and the time I was eating. So I would have done that very differently. As far as preparing goes, I would have focused more on like some of my weaknesses as far as conditioning goes. That's where a good coach comes in. Like a good coach will tell you, make you do the stuff that you don't want to do. Some things that about my athletic ability that have always been very weak, and I avoided them for a long time because they were so weak. It was always towards the end of my career that I started changing that, becoming more disciplined. I think my first 10 years in jiu-jitsu, 15 years in jiu-jitsu, I was only doing what I wanted to do, which was fun, and I was getting better, but I was almost like neglecting a lot of my weaknesses, and that right there made a big difference once I started fixing those things. I think that, competition-wise, I really wish I competed more towards the end of my career. As I mentioned, like 2001 and 2002, I competed a lot. And then after that, I slowed down a lot. And I really feel that the biggest regret I have, and this ties in my entire career, is that I've spread myself way too thin, too ambitious. It's almost like sometimes ambition could be, an enemy because I'm trying to do too much. I moved to Vegas in 2007, end of 2007. And I had the ambition of being gym owner, jiu-jitsu coach, MMA coach, fighting MMA professionally, teaching seminars around the world. I got overwhelmed. And as a result, I don't feel like I did as well as I could have. I think I didn't fulfill my maximum potential because I was spread a little too thin. So my advice to people is, if you have a vision, stay focused, and try not to drift from that vision, because every ounce of energy you spend doing something else is an ounce of energy taken away from your dream. And this is the biggest lesson I took from my career. And I really wish I had someone there guiding me in those times, because that's where a good coach comes in and tells you, this is what you have to do. Stop teaching so many seminars, or stop, don't worry about opening the gym now. Focus on your career. Or don't be an MMA coach and an MMA fighter at the same time. Be one or the other, And my MMA career at least kind of went backwards because I was a coach before I actually started fighting. I had coached like UFC champions before I actually debuted in MMA. So these are mistakes that I made. And I try not to use the word regret, because to me, regret means I'm not happy with where I'm at right now in my life, right? When I look at my life and exactly where I'm at right now, I am perfectly happy. I think that my life would have been different, and I'm curious to see what my life would have been had I taken a different course of actions. But I'm overall happy because my mistakes, right, mistakes in quotation marks, they got me here. It's exactly where they got me, and I'm perfectly okay with where I'm at. I just have ambition to go in other directions now, and that's what I do with my time.